Hey guys, this is EJ Holland with the Wolverine.com. Sign up right now over at the Wolverine for our premium insider, Michigan recruiting information, and team information for just $10 until next football season. That's basically an entire year of insider content for just $10. Sign up right now at the Wolverine.com. All right, guys, we're back with another episode of Recruit of the Week, and this week's Recruit of the Week is one of the hottest prospects in the country, Arion Carter, 2023 linebacker out of the Nashville area. Man, this guy has absolutely blown up. He was basically a complete unknown on the recruiting trail until about 3 weeks ago. He committed to Memphis as a lowly 2-star prospect in July. And has completely blown up, adding Power 5 offers from around the country. And he's also risen in the rankings, now a 4-star prospect on On3 and the number 27 linebacker nationally. Michigan was one of the schools that really jumped in the mix. It actually all started on September 16. Auburn was the first school to offer. One day later, Alabama jumped in the mix, and then Michigan, along with schools like Ohio State, USC, LSU, etc., all hopped on the bandwagon for Carter. So his recruitment is kind of brand new. I mean, it's not like he had relationships with these schools, right? He was a guy that was just off the grid, committed to Memphis, 2-star guy, and all of a sudden he finds himself as a Jimmy Rolder type. If you remember last cycle, Jimmy Rolder was once labeled the hottest recruit in the country before he committed to Michigan. So where do the Wolverines stand in this one? Well, they're a legitimate contender. Relationships have been built very quickly, and Carter has already cut his list down to basically a top 5. He knows where he will be officially visiting for those 5 OVs. Michigan will get the first crack. They get him in this weekend, so we'll get to experience the big house, big noon kickoff against Penn State. Should be a lot of fun. I think George Hilo, Michigan's linebackers coach, and defensive coordinator Jesse Minter have done a really good job of recruiting him so far. Minter, obviously having coached at Vanderbilt, has some ties in Nashville. George Hilo is a very active recruiter. And then you also throw co-defensive coordinator Steve Klinkscale in the mix. Klink is the area recruiter in Nashville, has done a great job of establishing relationships throughout the Music City and surrounding suburbs. In fact, Klink is a big reason the Wolverines earned an early commitment from On300 2024 linebacker Mason Curtis. So all 3 of those guys involved here with Carter. And Carter does have a connection to the Michigan program. He was actually part of the same 7-on-7 program that produced Miles Pollard, 3-star cornerback who signed with the Wolverines last cycle. And obviously you have an easy sell on the Michigan roster, right? Junior Colson, fellow Nashville native, I guess we'll call him, by way of Haiti. But Colson's a guy that, spent most of his childhood in Nashville and had a chance to make a huge impact at Michigan as a true freshman, and has developed into one of the best young linebackers in college football. So that is definitely an easy sell to Arion Carter. However, Michigan does face some stiff competition here. So I'm not super optimistic in this recruitment, considering that Michigan does get the first visit. I think in a recruitment like this, where everything's so new and relationships are just starting to click, it's better to have a visit towards the end. And so after seeing Michigan, he'll wrap up October by seeing Tennessee. Then he's heading out to Ohio State on November 11th. LSU on November 18th, and Alabama on November 25th. If I had to pick a leader right now, and it's still very early in this recruitment, even though it's, October right now, it's still early in the sense that all these schools came in at the same time. But I do think Alabama has the most buzz in this recruitment. Alabama actually hosted him for an unofficial visit right around the time his blow up began. So he has more of a relationship with that coaching staff than with the others. And obviously Alabama is Alabama. He kind of lives in, even though Nashville is not true SEC country, I guess, it is very SEC heavy in the sense that a lot of kids really look at SEC schools in that area. But Michigan has found success there. Like I mentioned, they landed Mason Curtis in 2024. Junior Colson's from there. Miles Pollard is from there. So Klink has those great relationships. Minter has experience, coaching at Vandy. So it's not out of the realm of possibilities that Michigan can land Carter. But again, I think anytime, Alabama's involved, it's tough. Plus Alabama getting the final visit is not great. So right now I definitely give the edge to the Crimson Tide. But Michigan is fighting, and I think it's positive that they're getting him on campus for an OV. He is a really explosive player, man. At 6'1", 210 pounds. He's a guy that plays running back, and if you look at some of his senior film, you'll see him making a lot of plays at running back. He's not just running people over. I mean, he's making people miss. He's exploding for long runs. And then on the defensive side of the ball, I mean, he's smacking people. He's getting into the backfield in a hurry as a blitzer. I think Carter is a guy that it's surprising that he stayed a hidden gem for as long as he did. So he is definitely Michigan's top overall priority on the linebacker board right now. Michigan only has one linebacker commit in Samaj Bridgman, who is more of just a big thumper. They want some athleticism to pair with Bridgman, and Carter is the perfect target. But as I said, it will be tough to beat Alabama. So we'll see how this recruitment plays out over the next couple of months. But like I said, he will be one of the big visitors on campus this weekend in what should be a loaded recruiting weekend, which means it's a perfect time to sign up for the Wolverine.com. Like I said at the top of the show, pay $10 right now, get premium access until next football season. All right, thanks, guys.